Good afternoon, David Akubi and Bearwoods Photography. I know you've seen a lot of videos sort of talking about the self-isolations, quarantines, social distancing, everything else, and I sort of waited to put mine out because I wanted to really gather my thoughts a little bit on it, and I'm not going to be, this isn't going to be a negative video. It's not going to be, anything political or anything else. I just want to address the situation, sort of what I'm doing, and I hope you will do as well. I know that a lot of photographers are really hurting bad right now, that there's a lot of cancellations of workshops and classes, and I've had to cancel a few, postpone one or two already. And I know that there's probably more coming. I've had to clear out my entire schedule for April, and I'm sure it's going to go into May, but that's all part of it. I mean, at the end of all this, hopefully we're going to be healthy. We're going to have our lives. That's a great plus. There's going to be some folks that don't, and that's going to be even tougher for them and for their families. So what I want to do is I want to focus on some of the positives and what you can do for yourself and for other photographers. I'm going to be fine in all this. I've been doing this for many years. I've been through some thin times. I've had some really good years, and this is a setback, but I'll be fine at the end of all this. So, there's some photographers out there, good friends that are discounting and their tutorials, and I urge you, go ahead, support those people the best you can. Gavin Hardcastle, Michael Shane Bloom, all those guys, Nick Page, all these guys, they're really discounting their tutorials. And this is not only helping them, but it's a great opportunity for yourself to take advantage of some great pricing on some great tutorials, and to learn to use this time that you're going to be, isolated and locked inside or away from people, to use that time to better your photography and processing skills. So take advantage of that by all means. Secondly, I sort of want everyone to take it from a positive aspect too of what you can do. This is a great opportunity to learn your cameras, learn your gear, get out your instruction manuals, get out the cleaning solutions, clean your gear up, get it all ready, because when this does pass, you're going to really want to get out and you're really going to want to spend time in the outdoors. Clean your tripods, clean your bags out, do all this stuff, the little things that you've been saying, oh, if I only had a day to do this. Today's the day. Go ahead and do that. So there's plenty of opportunities that have presented themselves in this crisis. And, I urge you first and foremost, obviously, to practice the proper social distancing if you have to be out in public. Heed the advice. Let's flatten the curve. Let's do what we can to put a stop to this and make it so it doesn't get any worse. That's the best thing that you can do. Lastly, what I think, I'm going to be doing during some of this time, I'm going to take the time to make some videos. I'm going to do some basic stuff. Here's what manual mode is. Here's how to do exposure. Here's how to photograph birds. I'm going to try to do as many videos as I can. I've been staying pretty busy, rescheduling some stuff, lining up some things. I'm going to be doing a photography conference out of Chicago called Out of Chicago Live. Definitely, I'll put a link down below in the comments as to how to find out more about it, and what you can do to sign up for it and participate in it. They're going to have some challenges and some opportunities to go out and do some photography, on your own, in your house or whatever it is, and that's the key. But there's a lot of stuff, like I said, that I'm going to be doing, and I'd love to hear from you if you would like to see a particular video. Hey, if I've got the time, which don't have much of anything else, why not? I'll try to put together a video for you. I emphasize to everybody, the different things that you can do, is how important it is to learn your gear. And again, this is a great time to do that. Find out, what you can do to learn to operate your equipment in the dark if you have to. That way when you get out, because again, it's all going to end at some point, and you're going to really want to get out and you want to take advantage of it. The last thing you need to do is pick up your camera at the end of all of this and have forgotten how to use it. So make sure you're picking your camera up, take some pictures inside the house, which is going to be my last challenge. My challenge to you is, I've got it really good up here. I'm sitting on several acres, and I don't have neighbors, for almost a quarter of a mile away from me. So for me to go out and wander in the woods, it's no big deal. For other people, it's tough. You can get to some parks where you can get away from people and keep that proper social distancing. But get your camera out, go out and take pictures. But challenge yourself to do some things that you normally wouldn't do. Focus on macro work if you have to, abstracts. Make sure that you're doing some things that your composition is a micro landscape versus just a close-up image of something. Try to do more than you would normally do. If you're in a situation where you can photograph birds, sit there and photograph the birds. Today I heard my first spring warbler, the black-throated green warbler. Yesterday I heard blue-headed vireo back in the woods. So the birds are starting to move in. So I'm going to have some things to do, and I'll try to do some videos to show you guys what we're doing. And I'm working on a webinar that I can't tell you right now too much about it. Hopefully I'll find out in a day or so when it all gets finalized. But challenge yourself to find some things. Look at the details inside of stuff. Do macro with a macro lens. Do macro with a telephoto lens. Do macro with a wide angle lens. The thing is, get your gear out, use it. Process an image every day so you get your workflow down pat. Again, use those tutorials, that Gavin and Michael and Nick and all these guys, Mark, Danny, all these guys are giving you opportunities to get their tutorials for half price. Take advantage of that. It supports them, but it makes you a better photographer as well. I think the biggest thing is that I'm the eternal optimist. I've said it many, many times that when I'm photographing sunsets, if it's a horrible sunset, there's always the hope of the sunrise the next day. So what I'm looking at this is nothing more than a sunset that was less than brilliant. And tomorrow's sunrise could be phenomenal, and it will be phenomenal, if not tomorrow, the next day, or the day after that. So, be an optimist, be positive about it. But at the same time, get out and do some things where you can and still be safe. I always joke that, I think my spirit animal is a Sasquatch, because I could live in the woods and never run into people and be totally fine. But not everyone's like that. People need that interaction. Use the social media as an interaction. If you're on Facebook, go to my Bear Woods Photography Facebook page, post some of the images, or even on my page, wherever you can. Show me some of the images that you're shooting. Share those with me. If you want me to critique it, I'll be more than happy to do it. Just give me a little bit of time, and I'll have the greatest internet up here, so it doesn't always let me connect really well and everything else. But do what you can do to keep your mind busy, keep your talent sharp, keep your skills sharp. Take advantage of these sales and everything else. But just know this. It's all going to pass. We're going to have a great sunrise at some point here in the very near future, hopefully. But until then, you guys take care of yourself. And again, if you want to see some particular video content, let me know. Hopefully you like the video. I tried to make it as positive as I could. If you believe I did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. Just tell me why. Tell me what you would like to have heard. Subscribe to my channel, and you'll get notifications and everything else if you ring the bell down there as to every time I post a video. I'm doing what I can do, just rescheduling a lot of stuff right now and rearranging. Again, I'll be fine, you'll be fine. We're all going to make it through this. So let's take care of ourselves and take care of the others around us. We don't want to be a carrier, get someone else sick or anything else. So do the self-isolation, do the self-quarantining, whatever you've got to do, because I would love to see you again, a couple months down the road, a couple years down the road, whatever the case may be. So thank you again. Be strong, be safe, and get that camera out and shoot. Thank you again.